If you're trying to gain weight right now and you just physically can't eat more, you don't actually have to eat more actual plates of food. You can just make that meal more calorie dense. The question we're going to answer is advice for skinny guys, specifically for hard gainers that say that no matter how much they eat, they cannot gain weight. So they say they're having like 4,000 calories, they're 5'2", 140 pounds, but they still don't manage to gain weight. But what would you say first would be a good thing?
I would say you are a liar. I've done it as well, so I'm guilty as well. There's some people that they go, oh, I eat this much calories, I eat so many meals, I eat this, that, and put that into my fitness power, portions and everything, and actually see.
Nowhere near them calories.
It's never. Like I was at one point, I was like, bro, I'm eating 5 meals a day, I must be hitting like, what, 4,000 calories?
Yeah.
Guess how much it was? 1,800.
5 meals? What was you eating latest?
This is the thing. The portions that I thought, well, that's kind of big or whatever. Like for some reason, I disconnected myself from it, and I was just eating very poorly with very small amounts. But in my head, I was eating a lot. So a lot of the time, when people say they're hard gainers, no, you're just not eating enough. It's a thing of like you really need to track and understand the portion sizes that you need to hit.
For those of you that say how can they gain weight because they can't physically eat anymore, I feel like vomiting. What you've got to do is make more calorie dense meals, and there's easy ways you can do that. Like you don't actually have to eat more actual plates of food. You can just make that meal more calorie dense. So if you're trying to gain weight right now, but you're using the 1 calorie sprays that you often see maybe me use and other fitness influencers, that's not what you should be using. You should be using like literally cooking oil, not necking it in. If you had almost up to here of like actual cooking oil in your food, you'd be surprised how much calories that actually adds to your meal.
It's a big chunk.
So it's one of those things, straight away, you ain't gonna feel more full from having the oil, but it adds calories in. There's many things you can do like that with like drinks as well. For example, have a protein shake. If you wanna add some blended bananas into it, straight away you've added in more calories. Maybe wanna add some oats in it. Peanut butter as well, which tastes great. Yeah. So there's many ways you can make a meal more calorie dense without actually having to eat more plates of actual food. Because I understand if your stomach isn't used to having a large amount, you have to gradually build up to it. If you only eat 1,800 calories right now, you can't wake up tomorrow and eat 3,000 because it's gonna be too different.
And I think that's the other, you have to be patient. Everyone's always like, well, I need to be big now. I need to get big, so I need to like cram all this food back. And your body's just not used to it. You haven't primed yourself for that situation, so you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable position.
Man can't speak.
I'm passionate about this shit.
Nah, it's intimidating because my gain's in it. I understand, fam.
Just, increase the calories slowly. When you do it incrementally,
exactly.
your body doesn't even know.
Yeah, exactly. It's the people that literally wake up tomorrow, they saw Jimmy Fitness says, you know what you gotta do, guys, is add 700 calories to your meal. No, you can't do that straight away. Start with adding just 100, 200 calories. Do that for a while. If the weight's still gaining, you don't need to up the calories yet. If you're gaining weight off the extra 200 calories, you leave it at that. It's almost the same as cutting. You're doing the reverse. You don't just keep adding calories every single day because you're gonna get fat. Yeah, bitch tits. You don't want bitch tits. Do you want bitch tits? Do you want bitch tits?
I don't want it.
Exactly, so gradual when it comes to fitness is the key thing that everyone wants to avoid, but it's what you have to do.
You have to do, yeah.
The more fast things you do, you're gonna make mistakes. If you're cutting, you wanna do it fast, you're gonna look a mager skeleton. And if you're like gaining weight too fast in your bulk, you're not bulking, you're just eating bullshit.
Yeah.
There was a guy that said to me that he's bulking and his macros was 20% protein, 60% fat, and the rest was just carbs. And I was like, where did you get the macros from? Like, what are you eating? He told me, I went, okay, you're eating more calories, but you're not bulking. You're just eating a lot of food. There's a difference. Bulking is when you strategically have looked at what you're eating, that's somewhat macro friendly. You can be a little bit more free with your diet, you've got more calories to play with, but it doesn't mean you eat high amounts of calories of bullshit, because that's not bulking. The phrase bulking is for building muscle while getting bigger. For the people that said they literally have been tracking their calories and they just can't gain weight no matter how much they bump it up. I've had people message me saying they're eating like 4,000 or 5,000 calories up and they're still not gaining. They say they're tracking it. Obviously I'm not physically there, so I don't know, but in that scenario, is there a reason why you could think of why they can't gain the weight?
Maybe they're not doing everything else right. There's a lot of boxes to tick when you're looking to build muscle. Just eating won't make you grow. If your training's bullshit, then you're not gonna grow. If your training's good, your eating's good, your hydration's good, your recovery's good, then you're obviously gonna grow. Like no matter how incrementally or fast you're good, it's gonna happen. But most of the time, there's something that you're not doing properly. Make sure you're ticking all the boxes. Make sure like you're training has to be on point as well. You don't go and eat 4,000 calories and then you're doing, I don't know, one set of bench and you're
not even putting the calories to use.
Like, and that's what I say to, like, when I say to people, I'm gonna increase your food, but put them to work. You need to go balls to the wall.
At the end of the day, even if your scenario is that you say that you're eating 4,000 calories and you still aren't gaining weight, I'm sorry, but the only other solution is to up the calories again. If you're a miracle person right now and you're eating 5,000 calories, for some reason you're still not gaining weight, I'm sorry, the only other solution is you still have to bump up the calories. There's nothing else I can do, or lower your activity, which I don't really want to say. It's more or less, you have to add the calories in.
But then that's the activity thing. Some people just have really like physically draining jobs. I'm a builder and or I'm a carpenter or I lay floors and stuff. Bro, you're on your feet all day, so you need to then, okay, so I need calories to get me just through a normal work day. And then I need
training.
more calories.
Yeah. So that's another thing as well, that could be a scenario. But a lot of the reasons, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna reiterate it. I'm gonna say 80% of the people that say this is because you're not actually tracking the calories properly.
And not progressively overloading in your training.
You've got to progressively get better. Anyways, people, hopefully this information helped you guys. At the end of the day, I want some of you to actually, I want all of you to make some progress. Please hit the video with a nice like. If you want to see Mr. Gabriel Sey more in the videos, tell him to come to Birmingham, because I go Croydon all the time.
I do need to go to Birmingham.
Like, he's been meaning to come to Birmingham for like 2 years.
It was for February.
Last year. So anyways, people, man, stay tuned.
A lot of the time is
fitness girls just walk past. Peach. Carry on.
Yeah, so leave every stone. Don't leave it.
You just fucked it up.
Don't leave any stone unturned.
Turn those stones, people.
Turn them. Look at them. Caress them. And see how they can help you.
Are we still talking about stones?
Yeah?